Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Henk in the Netherlands. I'm a freelance journalist and I'm a singer-songwriter. And this time I take you to analysis of an extremely serious air disaster which happened a few weeks ago in Ahmedabad in India. The AI flight 171, and you see here, and I came across it on YouTube, a very clear timeline of this disaster, and especially because this disaster, and it doesn't happen very often in air traffic, this disaster took only 32 seconds, half a minute and 2 seconds. The lives of more than 260 people on the ground and in the airplane, except one, which was a miracle, those lives were first thinking we are flying to London, and in half a minute their lives were cut off, many burned, and thinking of their families, of course, as well. Well, in this timeline, you can see some facts. So the publisher made it very visible. You see here, those are the seconds. Those blocks, one is a second. It's going like that. And here you see engine 1, there you see engine 2. Well, there was a preliminary report issued from the investigators in India, and it said that engine 1 after, and you see it here, after 3 seconds was transitioned to lock off. And 1 second after, engine 2 did the same. Okay, they did not say it was a pilot who did it. But then there was a leak to the Washington Post newspaper, and they published that one pilot switched off the engines 1 and 2. But that happened, you can see here, 1 is shut off in 1 second. This timeline is correct with the report. And then after 1 second, the other followed. And a pilot of an Indian company, he said he tried out with pens to switch off within 1 second, and then both engines, which was not possible. It was always more than 1 second. And strangely enough, engine 1, you see it here, and that is in 9 seconds, engine 1, you see the yellow, was activated. Yellow doesn't mean it is already active, it takes 2 seconds. And then it starts moving again. But see how few seconds were left. 56 till 9:11, which 15 seconds. So in 15 seconds, this engine could not get enough power to push up the airplane enough. But I must say, you see engine 2 was also activated, but it did not have any effect. So it did not do anything. Why not? The report doesn't say anything about this. And if one engine works and the other doesn't work, why don't we see it on the film? Because the CCTV shows very clearly in the ascension that one wing is not lifting or there's not instability. But what I see, I discussed it on YouTube with one pilot, an experienced pilot, who, like me, distrusted that the left wing on the film shows a lot of vapor and we call it in Holland damp air coming from the engine, not from the ground. Some people say it's dust from the airway. No, it comes from the left engine, with maybe engine 1 trying to work out again to come up, or it is the engine 2. But probably engine 1 is the left one. They don't say that, by the way. So there is a lot of questions here, and they are not answered. So why bring out a preliminary report and not giving facts? So I'm interested in this disaster, because my feeling is that the question must be asked, are the technical involvements in air traffic, in machines, not getting too complicated? Because the open question is, did the computers, which are between the fueling and the ignition and finally the engine working, are they not getting too complicated and taking too long maybe? Because you can see the Mayday here, it was already called very fast, you know, so at 8:09, and it is very tragic. At 8:95, well, you can see 6 seconds later, there was the crash already, and nearly everybody died. Okay, well, you can also see my face. So I show you, this is me, I'm Henk. And if you have any ideas about what could have happened, because this can never happen again, this huge disaster within half a minute can never happen again. Write your ideas beneath this presentation. Thank you very much.